Its first ever live world-ranked heavyweight championship boxing match. March 21st bout between Vitali Klitschko and Juan Gomez in Stuttgart, Germany. With more on this upcoming fight and the state of boxing in general, we welcome in former trainer, great now boxing broadcaster Teddy Atlas, and thank you for being here with us today.
My pleasure.
Talk about this fight that's coming up. You're going to be calling it with Brian Kenny. What are you expecting to see?
Well, you got Klitschko, who's a big man. He's 6'7", fighting Gomez, who's a shorter man, about 6'2". Gomez, former cruiserweight champ of the world. Also from the great amateur background of the Cuban national team. He defected years ago over to the United States. The Cubans have great amateurs. I mean, they usually dominate the Olympics. And Klitschko, of course, he retired for a while. He came back. He was off for almost 4 years. He's come back. He's had one win. He regained the title already in his first fight back against Samuel Peter. And now he's going to put the title on the line against Gomez. Gomez is a southpaw. He's a lefty. So that's going to present a little bit of a problem. You've been away from the ring. You've had one fight in between in 4 years. And now you got to deal with a lefty. He's got the size advantage. He has the reach advantage. He has all those advantages, Klitschko. But you have to deal with a lefty, a guy who had a good amateur pedigree, and a guy who likes to counterpunch.
Oh, interesting. The heavyweight division as a whole, it is the glory of boxing, but it has not lived up to that in quite some time. What are your feelings about what's happened with the heavyweight division?
It's not a great landscape. I mean, you have to be honest. It's not a great landscape right now. I don't think that boxing helps itself. You know, the last time you had a real healthy situation in boxing was the 80s, and you had the best fighters, whether it was Duran, whether it was Sugar Ray Leonard, whether it was Tommy Hearns, whether it was Marvin Hagler. You had the best fighters fighting the best fighters.
Right.
And that's the problem. Now you have more navigating going on than you have fighting. You have managers who are trying to keep perfect records and get guys on the big money fights, you know, and position them into a title position without taking too much risk. Get the best fighters fighting the best. Even if they're not huge names, as long as they're competitive fight, action fights, it's going to make the sport and the division healthier.
That said, then, is it difficult for you to watch a lot of these boxing matches because they're really changing the face of what's going on in the ring?
I only watch Friday night fights on ESPN. I can't watch anything else. No, I mean, sometimes, in all seriousness, sometimes it is difficult to watch it because they're non-competitive fights. Either the guy doesn't know how to fight, he hasn't been developed enough, or the guy doesn't have the constitution to want to fight. Either way, it's not something that's real appealing. You do not have the mindsets you had years ago, and you don't have the talent that you had years ago. And again, you don't have the attitude for managers to put their fighters in with fighters or the promoters the way they did years ago.